Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mania True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 3, You Only Live Once. Last time, well, we arrived back in the capital Wasteland after returning from Operation Anchorage, and I've realised due to some slightly bad planning of this character build and a skill check I completely bloody forgot about in Mothership Zeta, I need to level myself up a little bit before we begin that DLC. So I did a few quests last week, and this week I'm going to do a very important, lovely quest that lots of people care about very deeply, the Wasteland Survival Guide. Because not only is that an excellent way to get a load of experience, and I'll talk you through how we get loads of extra experience beyond what the quests give you over the course of this week as it comes up, but also there's some great rewards and a really great perk that will be very useful to me that comes out of it. So, let's crack into this, shall we? You will find me, by the way, heading east from, I think I set off from Paradise Falls, heading east towards Minefield. As well as just kind of quietly picking off any enemies that I happen to run into, thanks to my newfound extremely strong weapons and the stealth armor. So that Protectron, for example, can just be blown up. Very 6 experience. Not even worth a bloody microfusion cell. Oh, I'm not about to run into the Germantown police headquarter thingy-McJib, I think. Oh, hello, and we've got something else right up top as well. Just head up top. Yeah, now that I've got the stealth armor and the Gauss rifle, I kind of feel like I might just be able to very easily just knacker a few things for some very quick, easy experience. One brute. Ooh, one brute. All on his own. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. That's fine. Nice. Sneak attack critical against the brute there. Yeah, I'm definitely accidentally at the Germantown HQ at the moment. Need to be a bit careful, mind. That is, Oh, did he not die? Did he not? Blimey. Okay. I need to be a little bit more careful, but I think that also shows you that when you've got Silent running in the stealth armor, even if you actually bloody shoot someone and they don't die, even then you can just basically kind of get away with it, which is nice. Yeah, we can actually cut straight through the Germantown area, which is nice. Yeah, this is definitely the Germantown HQ area. Though actually, you know what? Big Trouble in Big Town might be a nice, easy one. Actually, no, it is risky. Because it's not just about sneaking in, you've got to get Red back out alive as well. Red would never survive. I could sneak in, but Red would get killed on the way back out. So that's not going to work for me. Let's just sneak around the outside and carry on our way to Minefield. This here, by the way, is exactly how you want to approach Minefield, because Minefield is the next objective, which is you want to approach it from the west, heading east from an elevated position. There's a very good reason for that, though admittedly we are going to pass by a random event around here. What's it going to be? Keep my eyes open, because bloody anything... Oh! That's just a giant rad scorpion. I feel like that's not the random event. Yeah, I swear there's a random event spawn around here somewhere, so just keep my eyes open. Oh, hello. 2 green things. Whatever it is, it's not that bad. Multiple green things. Multiple friendlies. Hello. What are you? You are a scavenger, a Brahmin, and was that another Brahmin on the side there? I swear I saw 3. Where's the other one? There's someone else here. Oh, a dog! Scavenger's dog. Okay, we've just spawned a scavenger here. That's absolutely fine. So we can completely ignore the scavenger. Don't need to worry about that. Good, of all the things that could spawn, that's not a bad thing. So, head up to the cliff top over here. And the reason you want to approach from this angle will become visible in just a moment, which is this town is watched over by a bloody sniper who snipes down at you from this ruined building here. Can we see him? Where is he? His name is clearly supposed to be Arkansas, but people tell me that's pronounced Arkansas, because obviously words shouldn't be pronounced as if they have the letters that they have in them. Words should be pronounced in some sort of random wacky way. So even though that's blatantly should be, you know, Arkansas, whatever, Arkansas. Let's get out something I can definitely hit that guy with. Basic sniper rifle will do the job and is much more accurate. Goodbye, Arkansas. Or not. Okay, hang on. I need to compensate for the wonky sights. There we go. Compensate for the wonky... I always bloody forget about the slightly wonky sights. The thing is, if he's still alive when you explore Minefield, there's a couple of kind of automatically triggered events, like he shoots a car. Even if you're perfectly hidden, when you get close to the car, being close to the car and being alive and him being alive means that he'll shoot the car and the car will explode and there'll be a chain reaction of mines. And it's not like guaranteed damage, but it's really bloody difficult and dangerous, so you just generally shouldn't do it. But yes, Minefield now needs to be cleared out. The nice thing about Minefield, of course, is I can't trigger mines if I want to. But each mine I clear out is, one, a mine that I can either use or sell, and I love mines, and also it's some free experience. There we are. Nice. Obviously, as you've probably guessed, it's much safer to come and explore Minefield after taking the Light Step perk, and really you should take the Light Step perk, because why would you ever not? It's just so bloody useful. So aside from a huge number of mines, there's also large numbers of locked doors, locked containers, etc. So I'm just going to go around clearing this place out of everything, unlocking all the doors, etc. Oh, darn, hang on. Am I allowed to drop the key? Can I drop the key I just found? No, sadly, I don't think you can drop a key once you found it. So sadly, I can't get the extra experience for that, but there may be some good experience to be had inside for safes. Ooh, I cut into my scheduled looting to reveal I found a stealth boy in a safe under a bed in one of the houses. I don't know if that's always there, and in some ways it completely doesn't matter anymore, but, you know, might be a nice thing to know. This is the one at the kind of the very top of the town, with the motorcycle gear around the outside of it. It's also worth noting that I've picked up a couple of skill books while I've been going around, which is another lovely thing about this area. We've got ourselves one DC Journal of Internal Medicine, and one Pugilism Illustrated. And after collecting one I believe is every single mine, obviously we have now visited the playground, so we're allowed to return to Moira. But the thing is, this is why this area is fantastic once you've got Light Step, because you get like 100 experience for doing like the full set of the kind of the first three things, the first three objectives that Moira gives you. So like 33 XP each. But for every mine that I've disarmed and picked up, hang on, I think that's another one over there, isn't it? Yes, that's another one, that's one I missed. For each mine that I disarm and pick up, that's an extra 5 XP. How many mines have I got from kind of trying to clear out this whole area? 33 frag mines. That's worth 165 experience on its own. Plus 3 safes, all easy locks. That's a further 90 XP as well. Plus the skill books. And there's also, like, I think it's about 4 pre-war books as well. So that's a big pile of money that can be turned in over at Arlington Library. So, back with Moira, and now we can turn in a whole bunch of stuff with her in quick succession.
How are those hot little potatoes?
And I made it through Minefield alive, and I brought you a present as well.
My very own landmine. Oh, just what I've always wanted. Well, always since I sent you out on this anyway. Now, tell me all about it. What was it like going through there? What's it like disarming a landmine?
Now, the thing that you've got to be careful of here is the options that you choose to tell her, and thus the tone of the book, impacts the reward that you're going to get at the end of the Wasteland Survival Guide. You get the perk Survival Expert. Survival Expert will give you a little bit of stuff like poison resistance, say, automatically, but the other thing it gives you depends on your answers. I'm going to favour the straight-up normal answers, which are basically the ones that are always going to be at the top of the list, as opposed to ones that are kind of specialised to a special stat, or the really snide ones at the bottom. That gets me more hit points, and increasing my maximum health strikes me as a very sensible idea, because you can also increase your damage resistance slightly, but damage resistance, I can already get that to the cap, so that's kind of useless. Critical chance you can increase too, which is really, really powerful, but only by like 2%, so it's more of a gamble. I'd rather just take the health. So I'm going to always focus on the top option here.
Lots of places are nowadays. Good work staying alive in tough conditions. I know you may not want to see any more explosives for a while, but obviously you know your way around them. Have a couple rainy day toys of mine.
So, 8 frag grenades and the schematics for a bottle cap mine, which you've already got, obviously. Schematics improved, but schematics for a mine, it doesn't matter if you improve them because it's already at max condition when you get it, so that's literally useless. So, the final part of the chapter is about radiation, apparently.
Yes, that's what I need your help on. So I need you to get a bit of radiation poisoning so I can study its effects. Oh, not a deadly dose, of course. I can fix you up before that.
She says this, but don't worry. Thanks to science, this is Science 50. It doesn't say it, but it's Science 50. Fear not, with my vast scientific knowledge, I can explain this one myself.
Oh, but nothing beats a real-world example. And I have a new rad treatment I was just itching to try out on a live subject. But I guess you're right, and at least it keeps you safe and sound for later testing. Here's some spare chems for your help.
Now, the thing is, I'm not sure whether doing it that way counts as, because there's 2 levels you can complete all of her quests, and the basic version of her quest basically means do the bare minimum. So, for example, go to Minefield is the basic version. Bring her back a landmine is the advanced version. If you do more advanced versions, the perk you get at the end is better. So I need to get myself up to a bare minimum of 5 advanced quest clear-outs. She's going to give me 9 things ultimately. I need to do at least 5 of them in the good way. I've already done 2 of them definitely in the good way, because I've done, I went to the pharmacy as well as the food in the Super Duper Mart, and I brought her back the landmine from Minefield. I don't know whether doing that counts as that being an advanced clear or not. I'm genuinely not sure. So I'm going to assume it's not. Like, I've checked all the Fallout wikis. They're really unclear on the question. So I'm going to just assume it's not and work on the assumption that that is passed, but hasn't given me the kind of the advanced clear. So I've still only got 2 advanced clears to my name. So, first chapter complete then, I would say, yes?
Yup, you've done a great job. I just need to add in the section on how to cook rat, and this chapter's done. Here, for your services, I've saved up quite a few stim packs.
Right, next chapter.
The second chapter's going to be a bit trickier, I think.
So, 3 things for me, and what do you mean about handling injury?
Well, I never get to study anyone who's severely injured. Not without them crying to be fixed right away or trying to bleed out and all that. But obviously, you can handle a lot of abuse. So if I'm ever going to find a good example of human anatomy and injury resistance, it'd be you.
So luckily, thanks to the fact that in my last level, I took medicine up to 70. It's with medicine 70, again, I don't know why it doesn't say, but that's a medicine 70 medicine check. Why get myself hurt? I'm a good enough doctor to explain this part for you.
That'll save a lot of time and effort. Oh, and blood on your part. A real-world example might help more, but I won't turn down the help. Oh, and here's your pay for it all. Guess you earned it by working smarter, not, more self-destructively.
Become seriously injured 50% or less. Okay, I think that actually confirms there that doing those 2 things that way, they don't count as advanced clear, so that's fine. I was prepared for that anyway. Doing those 2 things that way means that that counts as the smart option, as if I'd chosen intelligence. I don't want to get that benefit ultimately. As long as I always take the normal option from here on out, it should be absolutely fine. So, more research on the second chapter, please. So the mirelurk one is pretty darn simple thanks to the stealth armor. We can now do that very, very easily indeed. So she now wants me to basically put a little tracker into a mirelurk nest without actually disrupting them. Luckily, we already have the location on our map. We're supposed to be going to the Anchorage Memorial. Not only have we been there, we've triggered the random event on top of it, so we know it's a safe one, so this is safe to fast travel to. Or flipping not. Right, a mirelurk hunter just spawned as I arrived. Fine. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. This isn't one of the ones I need to take care of. You're fine and dead. I'm sorry I didn't quite act fast enough to save you guys there. But hopefully you were carrying some caps. No, you weren't, damn you. Doing that, by the way, didn't invalidate the study. These aren't the people that I need to be kind of killing or sparing, by the way. That's something else entirely. So, I need to find my way to... Well, first I need to be a little bit careful, because there are plenty of creatures around here. I just need to remind myself. I think it's this side. You can kind of fight your way down through the whole facility, which is pointless, or you can just kind of drop in and do this kind of the nice, sneaky, sensible way, which I believe you do by going over here. Yeah, it's going down the... if you clamber down the rocks, I think you kind of get down to it. I believe it's over here somewhere that we can do this. Yes, this seems about right. There's mirelurks right there, but we don't need to worry about them. They won't be aware of me. Oh, hello. There's a bit of a... What was that? I swear I just heard a laser pistol. Don't be intimidated by the amount... I know there's a bit of red on the map right now. Don't worry, it's fine. Everything's under control. I know exactly what I'm doing. There it is. It's that thing over there. That jutty out bit over there is exactly where I want to go. So this is all under control. I'm going to get Vengeance ready just in case it's actually not under control, but I'm moderately confident it's all under control. in here. You can see some red on the map. The only thing we need to be... Well, actually, you know what? The biggest threat is actually the bloody annoying water, actually. By the way, I know that rads obviously are kind of not being counted properly at the moment because I'm going in and out of DLCs at the moment. I'm constantly suffering from rad damage. I'm going to reconcile rads after the end of Mothership Zeta because that's another DLC where you basically can't suffer any rad damage. So let's just jump over here. I probably took a very tiny amount of rads, but we'll check on that in a second. As soon as we're done with this section, I'll verify that. So we've got ourselves one thing around here. Oh, do I not even have to set as my active quest? Hang on, I need to set this as my bloody active quest. Oh, no, yes I do. Why isn't it a thing then? It's right here. What I need to do is, it's right here. So, alright, round the outside, it's this room on the left. I'm pretty sure. Yep, oh, tiny bit, yep. And then hide the observation device, and then just get out. Lovely. Over the top of here, don't need, I can avoid the water if I can. Yep, fine, avoid, oh, tiny bit of rads there. Tiny bit, oh, jump out, and we can be straight back out and on our way, lovely. So yes, this is just to make a note that I have not forgotten this, and I'm not cheating on the kind of the rad situation. So on the rads, okay, I picked up one rad. So what I'm going to do is when we're done with Mothership Zeta, I'm going to add the number of rads I had at the end of the base game with a token number of rads representing the rads I did take at the very end of Take It Back, and then one more rad to represent this. So don't let me forget to do that if I do forget to do that after we're done with Mothership Zeta. But that's my plan. So back to Moira.
So are they intelligent?
And indeed, I slipped the observer into the eggs, they're none the wiser.
I'll bet most people would have just gone in there, guns blazing without half a thought. But not you.
So, again, go for the basic top option, definitely vicious, highly territorial.
Oh, that's unpleasant. But I guess it's no surprise. Practically everything out there can eat us. This bottom of the food chain thing really sucks.
I love Moira. 6 stealth boys and a shady hat. Lovely, I'll be selling those right back to her. And finally, mole rats.
Mole rats can burrow into almost anything and cause a lot of trouble. But I need it to be tested before I put the recipe to paper in the guide. So I need you to find some mole rats and test it out a bit.
Test out the repellent? Fine.
It'll be easy. One tap with the applicator and it overwhelms their senses with a sort of feel-bad sensation.
So, got a repellent stick to test on some mole rats. The small problem with that is, of course, mole rats are now completely friendly to me. I'm just going to start beating up on something that is supposed to be my friend, so I'm very sorry, mole rat friends. I'm going to be tapping you with a repellent stick. And by the way, Moira messed up. It doesn't just dissuade them, it causes their heads to actually explode, so poor little mole ratties. Now, as she says, there's a whole bunch in the tepid sewers downtown that I can... Basically, they're right next to the Anchorage Memorial. I'm going exactly about where I just came from. There's also going to be a few just kind of hanging around over to this side of town. They should have respawned longer by now. I killed them previously, but now they're friendly and they should be all back by now. Yes, there's a mole rat right there. Just make sure I adopt going into hidden, because there can be some angry dogs around here as well. I'm actually genuinely not sure what happens if I use the kind of the repellent stick on mole rats once they're already friends. I'm genuinely not sure. I'm so sorry, mole rat friend. I know me and you are fine with each other, but let's try it. That's interesting. Oh, I can't really be hidden. I shouldn't really be hidden, otherwise that'll cause me to do a sneak attack, when really what you want to do is you want to run up to them and do a double swing, because it's the second tap that's an auto kill. So let's just make sure that we're safe around here. We are safe. Things like, I don't want them to accidentally get... If they go hostile, that could be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to... Okay, that one over there. That's a good one, because he's isolated and out of the way. So I'm going to go up to him. And then, yeah, you're fine. Just make sure... Yep, I'm still hidden. I don't think there's anything else around here. There can be angry dogs around here, so you've got to be a little bit careful. So just go up to him, behind him, and double tap. Okay, died. You all seem to be fine. I'm not sure if he even went hostile there. I don't know if he even did. So that's number 3. I'm going to be ready to go back into... Where's the other one? I think he's... Okay, he's way over there. Yeah, I don't think he went hostile. And neither did... Oh my goodness, they're so flipping... I'm so sorry, I'm such a bad friend. I'm supposed to be a flipping animal friend. I'm just hitting these guys with things that make them explode. So mean. Right, the reason you want to do 4 of them here, and 4 is a good number, sometimes it's only 3 in this area. In the tepid sewers, there's also raiders that are killing the mole rats, so really I just want to have, like, now I can just go in there and just kill 6 and then get out without really having to confront the raiders at all, which is useful. So yeah, that's the Anchorage Memorial we were literally at. In fact, that door right there is where we were. Sorry, I forgot you don't zoom in when you're holding a melee weapon. It's the block on the aim button. Yeah, that's the door we were at right bloody there. So right into the tepid sewers. And we just need to kill ourselves 6 little mole ratties in here. And they won't even fight back. I feel like such a monster. I'm just going to go up to my friends and just whack them with a stick. They just don't... Oh, blimey. Though I will actually try and stay hidden while I'm doing this, just because, yes, there will be raiders around. So go in here. I'm pretty sure there's one trapped in here. Hello. And, oh, no, you went hostile. I thought they weren't going hostile. Right, I need to be a little bit more careful than what I was being in that case. Because, yeah, I genuinely thought they were fine. In that case... Right, does it affect all of them? Hang on. Okay, hidden. Yeah, I think they do briefly go hostile, but not fast enough to hit me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then back to hidden. Lovely. So that should now be 7, just 3 more to go, and there's plenty of mole rats in this area to hit, yeah. But need to be a little bit careful, because they can apparently still get a flipping bite in on me, because I'm using a melee weapon, which is madness. Ah, turret control system. What is the turrets in here? The turrets are... Wait, hang on, are there... Oh, he's already killed the bastard things. Right, hang on. Turret control system, I'll quickly hack this, because I'll just use that to kill the raiders. There we go, lovely. Turret system versus bloke. Bloke easily wins, but now that bloke has been weakened. Got to be a bit careful. I think we are actually in... Yeah, I think we're actually in one of the areas where things will catch fire and explode if you're not careful. So I've got to be not spotted, because if I get spotted, that could go very, very wrong. If that guy sees me and opens fire, that could cause a big old explosion. So I've got to be a bit careful of that. Yep, that looks like some up ahead. Lovely. But I suspect, like, sometimes you run into a situation where they're being killed by the guys, and then you've got to be a bit careful, because if the enemy show up, the raiders, they start shooting them. But actually, this should be fine. And you're all fine with me, aren't you? Yeah. I think one of them goes... The one you're hitting goes hostile, but the rest of them are fine with it. So this here... should be it. That should be 10, right? Yep, indeed. 7 more mole rats. Beautiful. Let's just sneak our way back out of here. Nice and easy. So, back to Moira to give her the appalling, terrible, horrifying news.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working.
It kind of caused some explosions. I've tested it extensively.
Oh, that's really a shame. Poor little mole ratties. With that much testing, I guess it's beyond correction. Go ahead and keep it. Maybe you can find a nicer use for it, right?
If you mean selling it straight back to you in a second, yes I can. And that is the second chapter done as well.
Absolutely. I'm glad to finish it up. Just one last chapter now, and it's much safer, I promise.
She's lying.
Oh, and here's your payment. 2 big boxes full of ammo. Think of it as insurance, in case the next chapter isn't as safe as I predict.
And indeed, 100 XP and a huge little bit of ammo there. So, straight on to the final chapter. We can get this done right now. So, we've got 3 ones here. And now that I've done the mirelurks and the mole rats and the super duper mutt and Minefield in the proper way, I only need to do 1 more. Because the only way to get the top level, the kind of survival expert one, the senior one, is to do all of them perfectly, and I haven't done all of them perfectly. So the second rank, the mid one, is 5 to 8. So there's no point doing 8, and now I just need to get up to 5, so I just need to do 1 more. The one that I can do that with nice and easily is old technology.
It does, doesn't it? I mostly just deal with it after it's junked. But a trader gave me this Robco processor widget. He said it's worth a fortune. According to him, if it's connected to the mainframe in the Robco factory, you could have access to all the robots you'd ever want. Now that would be a great example of how to harness technology, wouldn't it?
Indeed it would. Let's go do that then. Now, conveniently, this brings us back to Robco, which I swear we've been into previously, though I cannot for the life of me remember why we did it exactly. I mean, why would I have come in here before? There's quite a few skill books which are really useful, which I might have needed for something, but genuinely, I can't remember why we came in here before, but I'm quite sure that we did. Indeed, plenty more Morats. Oh yeah, of course, I completely forgot. If I'd actually, it would have been safer to come here and test the repellent stick out here, but never mind. But yes, this place is completely 100% safe, and now I just need to retrace my steps upstairs and head up to the officers. Why did I come here? I genuinely can't remember. I know I've kind of been here and cleared out this place during this run, and it wouldn't have just been for experience, because I wasn't really doing experience. I've been trying to keep my level as low as possible up to this point, where I've suddenly realised I want it to be slightly higher than it is, because, you know, I just can't make my bloody mind up. I'm just contrary like that, clearly. So, up to the top floor, where we've already been, and obviously what we can do now is we can just activate the Robco production mainframe, install the processor widget, yep, beautiful, and then quickly hack this thing too. There we are, got that cracked open. And all we need to do is initiate the pest extermination. Beautiful. And cease total liquidation. So we've reprogrammed the facility mainframe. There we are. So everything that was hostile now goes all lovely and clean. And I think once again I've just condemned a huge number of mole rats to death for no good reason. Because I think mole rats are considered pests. Oh well. So with that done, the processors have been installed and the robots have been reprogrammed, and that is the 5th optional objective complete. Lovely, lovely. Back to Moira once again.
Fiddled with any interesting technology lately?
I would fiddle with your interesting... Yes, actually, I've reprogrammed the robots and was able to modify their programming.
Harnessing the technology of the past and modifying it for your own purposes? That's just the thing. Tell me all about how it worked out.
Once I adjusted the programming, robots were no problem. They were really quite useful, actually.
So, they were dangerous until you got control of them. Definitely a good lesson in there about using old technology. Seems like a good thing to watch for when dealing with tech of any age. And it helps to pack a few pulse grenades, just in case. Here, have a few. Oh, and take my book on science. For some reason, I just can't get into the computer parts.
There we are, pulse grenades and a big book of science. Very, very useful. Now, with those 5 optional objectives done, I can now kind of half-ass the rest of the objectives, which is good because these other 2 are much more difficult to do the proper way, at least under this rule set, because they're either relatively out of the way or much more dangerous. So, first up, local history.
You'd be surprised how confused people get, even about important things. In this case, I'm talking about Rivet City. It's the most successful survivor settlement around, but no one here really knows how it started.
So this one's incredibly easy. To get the main objective, just head into the marketplace. And Bannon, who we screwed over and reported to security, will just bloody tell it to us if we ask.
You told Danvers that I was trying to blackmail Seagrave. Thanks to you, they've suspended council meeting and are probably going to censure me. I can't ban you from my shop, but they can't tell me what to charge.
Ah, yes, I haven't even spoken to him since I did it either. And interestingly, when he says that he's going to ramp up the prices, he means by, like, something really crappy. It's like 10% more or something. What about Rivet City history?
Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the Wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave?
Yep, and speech 100%. Hasn't Rivet City been around for a little longer than 12 years?
Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie.
And I could indeed go and speak to other people, but I don't need to because I've got what I need to pass the basic objective there. So, back to Moira again.
Any luck finding out how Rivet City got started?
Indeed, I've got an incredibly flimsy, crappy version of history, but I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Asked a couple of people. You didn't. You asked one, you liar. But it may not be reliable.
Well, if it's all you could find out, I guess it'll have to do. So, what did they say?
And according to them, it was set up by one upper deck resident.
Really? That's pretty unbelievable. I mean, really, I'm not sure I can believe that. but I guess if that's what they said, what else is there to go on? Oh well. Still, for your help, have a few of these. They may help out the next time you need to talk to a few folks.
Oh, bit of a backhanded compliment there, Moira. Dear oh dear. Right, last part of the chapter on the library.
Yes. Books are where the old world kept its knowledge, and libraries are where it kept the books. And there's supposed to be one in Arlington. See if it's still there. And if you can download records from its computer, information dumps like those would be invaluable for rebuilding humanity.
And I will indeed go check out my local library.
Great. The library should be in Old Arlington, not far from downtown. See if you can download the archives from its computer. If you can't get those, then even the card catalog would be useful.
Now, the card catalogue itself is super easy. There's a computer right bloody here. The check-in terminal. In fact, I think if we ask to speak to Yearling, she'll even sort it out for us. We don't even need to pass the check. And can you help me access the library's archives?
The front desk computer has access to the card catalogs, but it appears that it's lost the connection to the main archives.
You don't even need to crack it. If you just speak to her, she'll give you the password. So literally just walk in here, check-in terminal, access the card catalogue, and that's it. You've got what you need. There we are. That's the card catalogue. Return to Moira. And as we said, we could just head further into the library, but there's violence and things, and you don't actually need to because there's literally no benefit to it. I could probably sneak my way around it, but it's just basically wasted time because I don't get any additional benefit from the perk at the end for doing that. And back to Moira for the very last time.
Is it there? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some?
Well, mainly, but they're mostly destroyed. And I found the library and I checked the catalogue. That's all I could get.
Well, that's not really much use for the book, I'm afraid. But thanks for checking. So, how's the place looking? How long before I can go over and borrow a couple of good novels?
And yep, still there. Brotherhood's even trying to clear out the place.
Oh, it's about time. I guess everyone else is watching out for their precious guns, food, and loved ones first. No time for books. Still, it's good to know it's standing. Maybe I'll inspire someone to take care of the place. Have some caps as payment for that little bit of hope.
450 caps, in fact. That's actually pretty good. And that there is the book complete. So is that it for the last chapter?
It certainly is. With that last bit of info, I'm all done. For all your hard work, I want you to have this mini nuke. I kept meaning to use it to dig a well, but honestly, it just makes me nervous. Now, I just need to do a few last tweaks, and it'll be ready to print and distribute. Thanks for all the help.
There we are. One mini nuke added. And yeah, let's just say thanks. I'm pretty proud of it. How's the final product? Though I quite like the sort of slightly fourth wall breaking. Let me guess, you need me to go and print and distribute it, right? So yes, I'm pretty proud of it. How's the final product?
Oh, it's great! Why, with the information here, we'll save hundreds of lives, maybe even thousands. I'll share these with the traders, and soon everyone will know about the Wasteland Survival Guide. But first, here, the very first copy of our book goes to you. I couldn't have done it without you, my Wasteland Survival expert.
And indeed, I've gained karma, result of painstaking research for the Wasteland Survival Guide. Your survival skills have improved. Beautiful, and that is worth another 100 XP as well. And that there is the Wasteland Survival Guide completed. Now, one thing I did, of course, forget about previously was she also gave me a big book of science earlier. Well worth using that up. Lovely. And you can see I've got exactly what I wanted to there, because though I have not leveled up, my hit points have gone up in the in-game health count, you can see at the top there, to 510. And that pulls us up to 254 out of 510 on the true health count. So let's have a look, see that actual perk as well. So the perk is down the bottom because it's Wasteland. Oh no, Survival X. We're not Wasteland Survival Expert. So you've been tested some of the most dangerous parts of the waste, and you've not only survived, you've learned a few things. 4% bonus resistance to poison and to radiation, and plus 10 points to maximum health. Beautiful. Something well worth doing there, as once you've got enough skills, especially, you know, the right armor, things like light step, that's actually pretty easy. The only reason I couldn't max down and get the plus 15 health for doing all the optional objectives was that would have involved, you know, loads of rads and being very low health. which obviously is not really working with the Only Live Once rules, but I'm pretty happy with that. That is the Wasteland Expert. Beautiful. And with the Wasteland Survival guide done, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have now got enough experience that it's now safe to begin Mothership Zeta. Now, hopefully, we'll hit level 19 at roughly the point I want to hit level 19, get my skills up to where I need them to be for a very important skill check, and everything will be fine. Or at least as fine as you can be when you're potentially going to run into an alien spaceship full of tight corridors where the aliens are potentially going to run into you, immediately spot you, even if you're perfectly invisible, and then shoot you with incredibly powerful guns that will kill you inside a few hits on this difficulty. Aside from that, everything's good, ladies and gentlemen. So, next week, Mothership Zeta begins. Bloody hell, that is not going to be fun. That's not going to be fun in the slightest. I'm going to be so stressed out by that. Anyway, hopefully a few of you have enjoyed this little kind of detour back in the main game. I know a fair few people have asked questions about why I'd skipped so many quests from the base game and kind of were wanting to see them. Well, there we are. There is how you do some of the quests in the base game in the You Only Live Once rule set in the kind of the safest way as possible. I'm pretty happy with how all of that went. We're back up to almost just shy of half health at 254 out of 510 in the true health count, so that's a pretty good result, I'd say, being almost back up to half health. Next level, if we can avoid taking damage in Mothership Zeta, yeah, right, of course. If we can just avoid taking damage in Mothership Zeta, we might be back above half health when we level up to level 19, but if I were a betting man, I would not bloody put money on it, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, there we are. Next week, Mothership Zeta. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the always glorious Fallout 3 with You Only Live Once. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I just found a laundry room, also a chainsaw for those particularly stubborn stains. Am I going to hipster heaven? Is there going to be infinite granola? Wait, I've got a ghost fedora? Did I just collect a giant ghost water heater? Food please, I'm a cat. Find out if Iris is safe. I'm gonna be honest, I've kind of failed that one.